There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and heard around the world on the Voice of America, with major funding provided by Bailey and Glasser and the West Virginia Division of Tourism. Welcome to another Mountain Stage with your host, Larry Gross.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune. But the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around a simple song. Thank you so much. Welcome once again to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. And we are at the Creative Arts Center on the campus of West Virginia University in Morgantown today. And we got a great show for you. The Drive-By Truckers have come up from Athens, Georgia. Also, Mary Gauthier is here, great singer and songwriter with a new CD going to be out next hour. From up in Canada, the Barr brothers are coming down to visit with us. And we have one of the most famous and most talented Celtic musicians in the world, Mr. Carlos Nunez from Spain, brought his whole group to be with us. But speaking of talented, our first guest is someone who's making her fourth appearance on the Mountain Stage. We've been an admirer of hers for a good while. She just made her 9th CD, and I think in many ways it's her best, although she's already had tremendous success, been nominated for an Academy Award, nominated for a Grammy Award, and this one is in those kind of categories. She's gotten back with Kenny Greenberg to produce and play guitar on the record, and I think the whole thing really just sounds great. All the songs that on the record either she wrote or co-wrote except for one, and she's going to do some of them today by herself, and then she's also going to use the Mountain Stage Band. The new one is called Down to Believing. Welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Allison Moore.
Thank you. Daylight has found me here again. You can ask me anything but where I've been. Things that used to matter seem so small when you're looking for a soft place to fall. And don't misunderstand me, baby, please. I didn't mean to bring back memories. You should know the reason why I called. I was looking for a soft place to fall. Looking for a soft place, nothing more than a small taste of a love that ended long ago. Looking for a place to hide, a warm bed on a cold night. I didn't mean to hurt you, no, no, no. window at the dawn. Baby, when you wake up, I'll be gone. You're the one who taught me after all. How to find a soft place to fall. Oh, you're the one who taught me after all. Yeah, you did. How to find a soft place to fall. Thank you so much. I think it's important to look at where you've been before you can figure out where you're going. So I thought I'd go back for a second. But I want to do some new ones for you, and I want to bring out the fabulous Mountain Stage Band to join me. Y'all ready? You know you don't. Once you give it up, there ain't no getting it back. It don't matter if you're Cyrano de Bergerac. I ain't looking back, I'm just looking up. I ain't no fool, but I never know much. Mama told me, baby, just grab it and grab. Gotta take your shot, or it'll take you down. It ain't ever gonna be like it used to be. Don't wanna say goodbye, but it'll set me free. If I wait all my life, I'll just wait to see. It ain't ever gonna be, ever gonna be, ever gonna be, ever gonna be like it used to be. La da 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 da. Thank you. Dark cloud hanging overhead, sky is gray, blue and red. I should have run, now it's too late. A thunderstorm, a hurricane. So it took me by surprise. Now I'm caught out in the rain, a thunderstorm, a hurricane. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be back at Mountain Stage. It's been a long, long time. I did my first one in 1998. I was 12. It's so good to be back. And how about a hand for the Mountain Stage band? We're going to do one off the new record called Wish I that I wrote with the great Tony Lane. Wish I was where you're going. Wish I was your blacktop road. Wish I was your steering wheel. Wish I was your radio. Wish I was in your pocket. Wish I was on your mind. Wish I was the boots you're wearing. Wish I was your Valentine. But I guess I ain't your Cinderella. And if you don't want me, then I don't want you back. Can't stop the rain with a hole in my umbrella. I don't know much, but I know that. Wish I was your whiskey, baby. Wish I was on your breath. Wish you would hold me like you hold your cigarette. Wish I had a song for you that make you love me kind. Wish I could sing for you. Wish I could make us rhyme. But I guess I ain't your Cinderella. Wish I was your California. Wish I was your shooting star. Wish I was your one and only. Wish I could break your heart. Thank you. Thank you, fellas. I'm going to leave you with one solo, but y'all did good. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. If I've learned anything in the last 17 years, it's to try to be a little bit nicer to myself. And as y'all know, that's a hard thing to do. I think when I became a parent almost 5 years ago, I realized that I was going to screw up a lot. But I was going to wake up every day and try real hard. So I'm going to send this out to my son, John Henry, who's home in New York City. Thanks for having me, y'all. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, everybody. Good to be back. Good to see y'all. Hope to be back soon. Here I am, all worn down to the muscle and the bone. Done all I can. It seems like everything I do turns into don't. Still I stand, still I try. And I know I'm gonna get it wrong, but it's all right. When the wheels come off and I'm somewhere between the shoulder and the ditch, neither found nor lost, and I can't say I've ever known which is which, but there's a road so dry. Gonna get it wrong, but it's all right. It's all right. It's alright. It's alright if I find 1,000 ways just to fall from grace. Got a true blue heart, and every now and then it might skip a beat, and it falls apart and shatters like a whiskey glass around my feet. I pick it up one more time, and I know I'm gonna get it wrong. Yeah, I know I'm gonna get it wrong. Yeah, I know I'm gonna get it wrong, but it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great evening.
Allison Moorer, originally from down in Alabama. She grew up down there singing with her sister, Shelby Lynn. Her latest CD is Down to Believing, and you heard several tunes from that one, as well as one of her, I think her Academy Award nominee tune there to open it up. Allison Moorer. Well, you heard the Mountain Stage Band, so let me tell you who they are. Ron Soule is the leader of the band on the acoustic guitar. Michael Lipton is lead guitarist. Ryan Kennedy is the lead guitarist. Steve Hill is our bass player. Ahmed Solomon is our drummer. And Bob Thompson is our piano player. And they're going to get together now. Been backing up Allison, all of them, and Julie was there too, but now they're going to get together and back up Julie. Julie has chosen a tune by a great songwriter and singer, too. I'd like to get her back on the show as soon as we can. She was on about a year and a half ago. Gretchen Peters. It's called Dark Angel. Say hello to Julie Adams.
Got no use for harps and wings. I got no time for foolish things. There is no heaven, there is no hell. There's only my dark angel, your bleeding heart, your pilgrim soul, your wounded eyes that take their toll, your ragged voice like a broken bell against the noise, my dark angel. And if there is no hereafter, and if there is only here, let the great world spin. If it's just for show, let the show begin. Everybody got something to sell, except for me and you, my dark angel. There is no heaven, there is no hell, there's only you, my dark angel. There's only you, my dark angel.
Julie Adams Mountain Stage Band, a Gretchen Peters song right there, Dark Angel. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Illinois, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by the West Virginia Division of Tourism, celebrating the diversity of live music in wild, wonderful West Virginia, from newgrass to indie pop at outdoor festivals or in coffee houses. Request your travel guide at go2wv.com. Additional support is provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. If you have questions or suggestions for us, we always love to hear from you. Our email address is larry@mountainstage.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook, of course. You can ask us anything on Tumblr and hear our Song of the Week on Stitcher. All these links are at our brand new website, mountainstage.org. You can hear Mountain Stage guest performances, including songs not heard on the radio, at NPR Music. The online address for that is npr.org/Mountain Stage. We are very excited about our next guest. He comes from the Galicia region of Spain, and he is a musical ambassador to the world from there and known around the world. When he's a young boy, he learned how to play the gaita, which is the bagpipes of that part of the world. And since then, he's become one of the best-known Celtic musicians. And he's spent a lot of time bringing people together, bringing different kinds of music together, certainly all the different kind of Celtic music together. He's done many recordings with the Chieftains, and he's got a brand new CD now. It's called Inter-Celtic on RCA Victor Sony Music. And on that one, it's filled up with a bunch of different styles, a bunch of different influences. You can hear Ry Cooder plays along on one of them. There's a lot of different guests with him. He's brought his band with him. He's also going to let the Mountain Stage Band play a tune. I'm sure he'll get you involved too. Please welcome for the first time to the Mountain Stage, Carlos Nunez.
Hello! Hola! Oh. How are you doing? Good? Bien? Oh my God. Mountain Stage is an honor for us to be here for the first time. Larry, congratulations. You have an amazing audience. Very sensible people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for caring about music. Thank you for caring about traditions, because traditions are so important. Look, this year, 2015, is the 100th anniversary, the birthday of Alan Lomax. You know who Alan Lomax was? An American musicologist. He was all around the world recording traditional music. And he came to our region in Spain, because we come from the Celtic part of Spain. We are like the Irish or the Scots of Spain. It's called Galicia. So please welcome Don Pancho Alvarez on the guitars. Pancho. Yes, from Galicia too, my brother, Xurxo Nunez. Xurxo. Wow. Oh, la, 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 la. I'm from Galicia too. And Tia Meixeiras on the fiddle. You know, we just arrived from Scotland. We were in Scotland in the Isle of Skye, paradise there. Because there are so many scholars, you know, that care about Scottish pipes, and they have a new theory. They think that the Scottish pipes and the Irish pipes came from the early Spanish pipes. For the pipes that I play, it's called gaita. Gaita is a Celtic name. It means wind. So very probably the Celts came from the northwest of Spain from Galicia to Ireland and Scotland through the Atlantic corridor. So Alan Lomax, he knew all that, and he was recording all this music. Let's play a little bit of these Lomax compilations, so in homenaje to the big master. Yes. And I will show you in the middle of these two very interesting instruments. One is the ocarina, prehistorical instrument that you will hear, very, very magical. And then you already know the Spanish pipes, the gaita. And this is the mother of the Irish pipes, the mother of the Ilian pipes. It was called pastoral pipes, invented in London in the 1700s, between London, also Edinburgh, Dublin, all together. You will see it has a very special sound. So, Alan Lomax Suite. Fantastico, fantastico. You know, now Celtic music is very much about inter-Celtic connections. You know, it's all about putting together all the different traditions. So many countries making Celtic music around the world. Let's go now to La Bretagne, you know, the Celtic country in France. There is a beautiful dance there. It's called Andro. You will see. But please, welcome on stage our very good friend, this American world champion, Nick Hudson. Okay, so let's take our pinkies like that. Pinky to pinky, yes? All together, pinky to pinky. 1, 2, down, 1, 2, up, down, up. Fantastic. Don't be shy, everyone, everyone. Wow, c'est magnifique, c'est super. C'est très bien, mon chéri. Okay, and now everyone, standing up, everyone, arriba. Good, so 1, 2, up, down, down. Okay, and then we'll walk to the left. Antia, she will be your teacher. Follow her. Let's make a big round here. Andro. Fantastic. Wow, 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 wow. You know, a couple of years ago, we did the music for the Ryder Cup. You know, the Ryder Cup, this golf thing in Ireland. So they asked us to put together Celtic music and Latin music. Do you want to hear that? Celtic and Latin? Yes? It's, you know, and we have to say something. It's the first time ever we will play this music with North American musicians. Bravísimo! Bravo, amigos! Thank you. Okay. All together. Okay. Arriba, arriba. Stamina. Everyone. Thank you so much. Larry, mountain stage. Unbelievable. Mamma mia, mamma mia. One more, one more. One more. Okay, okay, let's go.
Here we go.
Fiesta.
One, two, three, run.
Carlos Nunez and his band, along with the Mountain Stage Band. Enter Celtic is the name of the CD on RCA Victor Sony Music, Mr. Carlos Nunez. And the Los Angeles Times said if it's possible to become a pop star playing traditional music on bagpipes and recorder, Nunez could be that man, and you see why right now. All the way from Gauthier in Spain. That band parties like it's $10.99. All right, we're going to end this hour in a special way. I often say that. This time it's special because these folks almost didn't make it here. They just got in. They live up in Montreal, and when I first heard their newest record, it's called Sleeping Operator by the Barr brothers, I really liked the record a lot, and I didn't put two and two together and realize that Andrew and Brad Barr had actually been on the Mountain Stage before, twice, with a band they had called The Slip. Matter of fact, they were here in Morgantown once with that band. They're from Rhode Island, two brothers, but they were up in Montreal once, and through a strange series of events, they ended up moving up there and running into these other musicians, so The Slip evolved into something very different. The Barr brothers and their other compatriots are Canadians, and they have a wonderful sound. I'm glad that they made the effort. They got kind of delayed at the border this time, but they made it to Morgantown, and let's give them a big welcome. The Barr brothers.
I was holding my breath on the tightrope walker, slipping in the moon glow, saying, "Oh, my children, follow me. Maybe it's time to go. You can be chrome when you're wise, can be wise when you're blue, and maybe if I have, then I have for you." I'm bribing the jury to keep me in jail, singing tea for the Tillerman. And although I lie fantastically, I swore an oath on my story. It's a miracle I can see. You can be wrong when you're right, even when you're right on cue. And if I die tonight, then I die for you. Calling the nose, they call me son, great grandson or grandson. Great all goes on some relatives to judge what I've done. Gonna make it right by you, even if it's all I do. And if it's all I do, then I do for you. People will raise a whole lot of hell about the water and the windmill. And although I stab chaotically, it hurts no one but me. Even the darkness has arms, but they ain't got you. Maybe I have it, and I have you too. And a light in the winter will pass the night through. Maybe so uncertain, but what can I do? Keeping it on, keeping it on. And I know I like it, but what does that prove? Sometimes I worry I don't know how to love you. books that my lover buys, the kind of woman that my passion wore, like the shoreline wears the tides. Maybe the water went dry, keeping an eye on you, and with an eye on you, it could drown me too. The people raise a whole lot of hell about the water and the windmill, and although I step chaotically, swore an oath on my history, it's a miracle I can see. Even the darkness has arms, but they ain't got you. Baby, I have it, and I have you too. And I light in the winter and pass the night through. Maybe so uncertain, or what can I do? Keeping it on, keeping it on. And I know I like it, but what does that prove? Sometimes I worry I don't know how to love you. This is Joe Grass on the pedal steel guitar. We were all half crazy. In half clear as a bell. Half believer, half gone to hell. Half gone to hell. Half gone to hell. We will all have Rama. In hell, Bonnie and Clyde. Half devoted, half buried alive. Half buried alive. Half buried alive. Shine on the one you love. Lord, Lord, what have I done? A cloud of hornets, black in the sun, black in the sun, black in the sun. Shine, on the one you love. Shine. Thank you. This is Sarah Page on the harp. It's true, we feel very lucky that we made it here today. Usually it goes pretty smoothly at the border, but today we found out what it really means to be detained. There's probably about 24 people, trying to come or go. Most of them immigrants, it seemed. And once you're in this room, you can't leave without some kind of special permission. So pretty much we're all trapped in there. And funny that there's one TV set up there, and the movie that they decided to play for everybody was Jaws. That's how they want people to. That's what they remind you is going to be like when you get to this country. Is you're going to have your hands full. Come in the water, there ain't nobody else here. Feel it still when the planes are coming, don't you know? Just wanna lie here. Left our homes, left our friends, left the wounds we live in, and spread out along the road. And I've been weak when my Lord was calling, but the water will take all of laid down their arms on the day you lost control. Legions leapt for your throne. Tell me I'm wrong. Is the face in the water unmistakable? Black's the color of the sea that's free from the light of the sun. Your crystal ball, faith in the age of medicine. And the children are asleep with their heads on the butt of a gun. You put up a wall, keep the bad ones out and the good ones in. You fight a battle on your knees till the sea swallows everyone. Yeah, yeah. Come in the water. Or is there somewhere you have to go? We'll keep the lantern open in case you lose your way in the cold. You were born. Legions laid down their arms on the day they found out. Left no shadow of a doubt. Thank you very much.
Brad and Andrew Barr, Sarah Paget, Morgan Moore, Joe Grass, the Barr brothers. The latest CD on Secret City Records is called Sleeping Operator. And they'll be on the West Coast in May and in Chicago. And they'll be at festivals throughout the summer. So go out and see them. A very, very evocative, beautiful music. The Barr brothers. From up in Montreal, the Barr brothers. I'd like to say a special hello to you if you're listening right now over KBSU, Boise, Idaho, or KXCV, Maryville, Missouri. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. Oh, thank you. Welcome to the second hour of this Mountain Stage, coming to you from the Creative Arts Center on the campus of West Virginia University in Morgantown, West Virginia. And during this hour, we're going to be hearing from the Drive-By Truckers a little bit later on. We're going to open this hour with a friend of ours. This is her 5th visit to the Mountain Stage, and I remember the first time she came on, how impressed we were. My friend Ray Wiley Hubbard told me you ought to listen to this woman and get her on your show, and he was dead right. She's a fine, fine songwriter, and she like most people who are great artists, she's come through a few things in her life that were difficult, and she's turned them into positive things. She was raised down in Louisiana, started out as a cook. She had her own restaurant, but people said, you know, you really should be out there writing songs and singing. And thank goodness she listened to them. Her newest is called Trouble and Love. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Mary Gauthier.
Good to see everybody. I want to start with a song about a hobo. His name was Steam Train, and when he died, he got a headlined obituary in the New York Times. He was a famous hobo. The obituary got my attention, and that's where this song came from. It said, Steam Train Maury Graham, king of the hobos, dead at age 89. Found out he was elected king at the annual hobo convention. Elected king more times than any other man. 7 times he was the king. Found out that when a hobo dies, they don't say he died, they say he caught the westbound. After I read the obituary, I wanted to see a picture of him, so I Googled him and landed immediately on his publicity photo. Looking so handsome there, standing next to a steam train. To me, he looked like Santa Claus. The day after Christmas. He had those Willie Nelson eyes, the kind of eyes a woman falls into against her better judgment. Falls out of and wonders what in God's name just happened. Charisma is what it's called. And he even got me. This is for Steam Train. Old Steam Train Maury died last night. His wife wandered by his side. He caught the westbound out of here, hopped the high irons to the by and by. They say he jumped 10,000 trains, rode 1,000,000 miles for free, helped out at VA hospitals and penitentiaries. Dandy Dave, Rusty Nails, and Sweet Lady Sugar Cane. Dead-Eye Kate and the Baloney Kid raise their cups tonight in old Steam Train's name. Senators and congressmen, puppets on a string, among windswept vagabonds, Steam Train was king. He was the last of the hobo kings. He was the last of the hobo kings. Now bums, they just drink and wander around. Tramps dream and wander too. But a hobo was a pioneer who preferred to work for food. He knew how our nation was doing by the length of a sidewalk cigarette butt. Born with an aching wanderlust embedded in his gut. Hounded, beaten, laughed at, broke, chased out of every town with his walking stick scepter, with his shredded coffee can crown, the last of the hobo kings. He was the last of the hobo kings. Freemen are hobos, Steinbeck said, and paid them cash. The stories he bought from them helped him to write The Grapes of Wrath. But boxcars have been sealed for years, and trespassers do time, and railroad yards are razor wire, and now hoboing's a crime. So here's to you, steam train Maury. Hold that westbound tie as you ride off into history. The last hobo, the last ride, the last. Of the hobo kings. He was the last of the hobo kings. I'm so glad y'all like story songs here in West Virginia. Well, this is a bit of another story song. It's a song about drinking. It's called I Drink. Well, he'd get home at 5:30, fix his drink and sit down in his chair, pick a fight with mama, complain about us kids getting in his hair. At night he'd sit alone and smoke. I'd see his frown behind his lighter's flame. Now that same frown's in my mirror. I got my daddy's blood inside my veins. Fish swim, birds fly, daddies yell, mamas cry, old men sit and think. I drink. Chicken TV dinner, 6 minutes on defrosting, 3 on high. Beer to wash her down with, another than some whiskey on the side. Ain't so bad alone here, don't bother me that every night's the same. I don't need another lover hanging around trying to make me change. Fish swim, birds fly, lovers leave by and by. Old men sit and think. I drink. I know. what I am, but I don't. Give a damn. Fish swim, birds fly, dead as you, mamas cry. Old men sit and think. I drink. Well, I've had the great opportunity to be affiliated with an organization I want to tell you about. It's called Songwriting with Soldiers. And what we do is we gather 15 veterans and 4 songwriters, and we go to a retreat center, and we get the veterans to talk to us, and we turn their story into songs. And what we found is that it's an amazing experience. And so I encourage you to check it out. It's called songwritingwithsoldiers.org if you're looking for the website. We've got almost 175, 180 songs now, and it documents the last, 14 years, I guess. Most of the veterans are from the Iraq and Afghanistan conflicts, although I have written with Vietnam veterans. It's open to any veteran who wants to come in and write a song with us. So if you're interested, please go to the website and check it out. I'm going to play this one. I wrote this with Jamie Trent. He served in the Navy. It's the 11th of November down in Nashville, Tennessee. Free breakfast at the Waffle House if I show 'em my ID. A parade upon the riverfront, you can hear the trumpets play. Hands on hearts, the color guard kicks it off on Veterans Day. And they thank me for my service, and they wave their little flags. They genuflect on Sundays, and I know they'd send us back. But I believe in God and country, and in the angels up on high, and in heaven shining down on us through bullet holes in the sky. Waitress asked me how I'm doing, but I don't know what to say. 'Cause I was thinking about the battlefield on the night I learned to pray. Marchers wind their way down Main Street, and the crowd begins to cheer. And I feel my chest exploding, and my eyes fill up with tears as they thank me for my service and wave their little flags. I know they genuflect on Sundays, and yes, they'd send us back. But I believe in God and country, and in the angels up on high, and in heaven shining down on us through bullet holes in the sky. Jesus said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And he's here with me this morning, and his words, they still ring true. And I hang my head and pray for those we lost and those who remain. as the clouds burst over Nashville and it begins to rain. And they thank me for my service and they wave their little flags. I know they genuflect on Sundays, and yes, they'd send us back. But I believe in God and country, and in the angels up on high, and in heaven shining down on us through bullet holes in the sky. And in heaven shining down on us through bullet holes in the sky. Oh, well, okay, the band is growing. Welcome to the stage, y'all. Yeah. Well, here's a song I wrote by myself before we went to the Middle East this time. I wrote this one in about the year 2001. My father, he sure could use a little mercy now. The fruits of his labor fall and rot slowly on the ground. His work is almost over, won't be long, he won't be around. Oh, I love my father, he could use some mercy now. And my brother, he could use a little mercy now. He's a stranger to freedom, shackled to fear and doubt. The pain that he lives in, it's almost more than living will allow. I love my brother, he could use some mercy now. My church and my country, they could use a little mercy now. As they sink into a poison pit, it's gonna take forever to climb out. They carry the weight of the faithful who follow them down. I love my church and country, they could use some mercy now.
Mercy, have a little mercy.
Every living thing could use a little mercy now. Only the hand of grace can end the race towards another mushroom cloud. There's people in power who'll do anything to keep their crown. life itself could use some mercy now.
Mercy, have a little mercy.
Yeah, we all could use a little mercy now. Oh, I know we don't deserve it, but we need it anyhow. We hang in the balance and dangle between hell and hallowed ground. And every single one of us could use some mercy now.
Mercy, have a little mercy.
Oh, every single one of us could use some mercy.
Mercy, have a little mercy.
Oh, this band is like riding in a big fat Cadillac from the 70s. We are cruising down the highway without any worries at all. It's like riding a sofa down the highway. A plush, comfortable sofa. Thanks, guys. It's really a great joy to be able to have a band. I can't afford one, so this is a treat. So my new record's called Trouble and Love, and it's about trouble and love. And it's a breakup record of I guess, epic proportions for me anyway. And I was sitting at a train station with a broken heart, and you know that's going to lead to a song. I was sitting at a train station with a broken heart in England watching the board. There's a board that lists all the towns and the times and the tracks. And it's constantly in motion, and there's a lot of activity as the trains pull in and the trains pull out. And I heard a voice. It just came whispering in my ear. And I'm sitting there with a broken heart, wondering if I should just fling myself on the track and be done with the pain. And the voice goes, "Hang on. Look at that board. There's going to be another train." So if you're out there contemplating flinging yourself onto the tracks tonight, hang in there. If you get through the hard parts and find your way back to some sense of sanity at the end of a grief period, there'll be another train. This one's for you. I got me an apartment on the east side. 1411 13th Street. I walk on the tracks by the Cumberland River, over the bridge past Lover's Leap, and I'm moving on through the pain, through the pain, waiting on another train, another train. I tore a hole in the pocket of the jacket you bought me in that thrift store in Camden Town. Behind the station, you wrapped your arms around me. You built me up and tore me down. But I'm moving on through the pain, through the pain, waiting on another train, another train. December sunset, I see my breath disappear in the cold winter night. The bums are gathering driftwood by the river. Whistle blows a lonesome cry. But I'm moving on through the pain, through the pain, waiting on another train, another train. I'm moving on through the pain, through the pain, waiting on another train, another train. There'll be another train.
Mary Gauthier, Trouble and Love is the latest, her 10th CD, and you heard some tunes from it right there, along with some classics. What a fine songwriter she is. Mary Gauthier, along with the Mountain Stage Band. Great to have her back on the Mountain Stage. Always look forward to hearing what new she has written. She's always into interesting things, Mary Gauthier. Bob Thompson is going to do us a tune written by Joshua Redman. It's called When the Sun Comes Down. Mr. Bob Thompson. Joshua Redmond tune, Bob Thompson. Colortones.com is where you find his music. You're listening to Mountain Stage live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser, LLP, a nationwide law firm born in West Virginia with offices in Charleston, Morgantown, D.C., Boston, Alabama, Illinois, and Delaware. Details at baileyglasser.com. And by the West Virginia Division of Tourism, celebrating the diversity of live music in wild, wonderful West Virginia, from newgrass to indie pop at outdoor festivals or in coffee houses. Request your travel guide at gotowv.com. Additional support is provided by the Charleston, West Virginia Convention and Visitors Bureau, showing the world why Charleston is hip, historic, and almost heaven. Your adventure starts online at charlestonwv.com. This is Mountain Stage on NPR. We hope you'll take a look at our brand new website, mountainstage.org, or listen to hear a 24-hour stream of classic Mountain Stage content. You can also find out who'll be appearing on the show coming up, and we hope you join us in person. You can buy tickets right there on the website. And if you missed part of Mountain Stage or you just want to hear something again, go to that website and visit the archives section or subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. Each podcast will include songs that we didn't have time to fit on the radio and the complete finale song. We're going to finish up with some guys that were with us one time before, but when they were here before, Patterson Hood was ill and he couldn't even hardly sing. He came up and played along, but they had to do it kind of without him. And then later we had Patterson by himself, but Patterson and his cohort Mike Cooley formed this band a good while ago. They're Alabama boys, but the band has always been out of Athens, Georgia, and it's one of the strongest voices of the South. Their latest CD includes 13 songs and almost equally written by Patterson and Mike Cooley. Mike's written a little bit more for this one than he usually does, and they're great songs. It's called English Oceans. Great to have them back on the Mountain Stage. Please welcome the Drive-By Truckers.
First day of autumn up your nose, popcorn, heavy hairspray, nylon pantyhose. Please stand and bow your heads and pray you don't get old. The nurture and the admonition of your kind, the rules of only strong survive. Cross-shaped swimming pools down in the blood and lifted up, river seeking favor from the light. Schoolhouse hallway like prairie highway sprawls, the drop-off spins away the sun. If they're getting there, just proves it's nothing but ball. pray the rising never comes. The hearts of the daughters of the men, won by the softness of the sons of women's hands. To leave it up to love would leave it left to chance. Memory only shows the promise beauty broke, the beauty ageless in its time. Light attracts the same, you glance away and the glory fades, and being on your arm has lost its shine. Schoolhouse hallway like a prairie highway sprawls, the drop-off spins away the sun. Like eyes that once could cut through candle power on autumn nights, first day of autumn leaves me numb. Thank you.
What he said's right. Last time the band did Mountain Stage, I had pneumonia and pleurisy. And I'd never heard of pleurisy before, but I kind of remembered it from a Dickens book. And it's kind of a Dickensian thing to have. And I'm awful glad I didn't die. And I'm awful glad to be back here feeling pretty good. This is a song inspired by a book I read by a guy named Willie Vlautin, an author out of Portland, Oregon, and he's also a great musician himself. And he's in a band called the D-Lines and a band called Richmond Fontaine, and his books are great. And he's got a book called The Free, and it's in it. There's this character, and her name's Pauline Hawkins, and she's a nurse, and she's taking care of her really mean, crazy dad, and then she'll go to work and be a nurse, taking care of people who aren't going to get better. And she's like a critical care nurse, and her way of dealing with it all is just to shut everything down, just not let anybody in. And it's a wonderful book. And there's this one scene where she's on a date, and she hadn't been on a date in years, and she's out. And she finds herself having a really nice time and really kind of liking the guy. And then there's that moment where she just shuts the door. And it's gorgeous and really heartbreaking. And so I want to send this out to Willie Vlautin out there in Oregon. The song's called Pauline Hawkins. Thank you.
A sure attention getter is a man reading a letter, 10 pages maybe thicker, pen to paper showing wear and soaked up tears, unshaven and disheveled, glassy-eyed and haggard, he unfolds the tattered pages, hoping maybe changes in her mind appear. More rolled up and folded, unrolled with care exposing the cursive of a woman's lovely lines. Flight 218 to Denver, strange how I remember, wondering who in Denver still breaks hearts on paper and still takes time to write. Voices when you read them, breathe the way you need them, to sound the way you would like to sound if it were you who would lick the stamp to say goodbye. Altitudes no matter, when the world unplugs and scatters, then it's only paper, and there's still 10,000 feet to read it one more time. More rolled up and folded, unrolled, care exposing the cursive of a woman's lovely lines. Flight 218 to Denver, strange how I remember, wondering who in Denver still breaks hearts on paper and still takes time to write. Thank you.
So we're going to take you back in time, back to my hometown when I was a little, but way before I was born. And my granddaddy was a little boy during the Great Depression. And his dad, my great-granddaddy, his name was William Marshall Patterson. But nobody really ever called him that. They just called him the General. And the General wasn't actually in the military or anything, but Back then in that part of the country, it wasn't really all that unusual for a man to give himself military rank that he didn't actually earn in the military. And besides, he was a pretty good gambler, and he could drink any man in Lauderdale County under the table during the Great Depression. And by pretty good gambler, that means sometimes he'd come home driving a brand new car, wearing brand new clothes, and be flush with money. And sometimes the farm would be up for sale just to pay off his debts. And at about 12 years old, my granddaddy just had enough, and he took off, and he hoboed all over the country, riding trains during the height of the Great Depression. And he saw all kinds of things. And at about 14, he came back home, and he walked through the front door, and no one even asked him where he'd been. It was just another mouth to feed. But he was a smart man, and he taught himself well, and he grew up strong, and he set his sights on marrying the most beautiful girl in Lauderdale County, Alabama. And her name was Lila Ruth Johnson. And she's my grandmother. And he courted her by buying her ice cream cones and sodas in a time when that was really hard to come by. And when they got married, she couldn't believe the stories he'd tell about his childhood and how he used to take his daddy to the bootlegger and the whorehouse when he was a little boy. Lila Ruth Johnson grew up in a good Methodist home, and she'd never heard such carrying on. And she said, "Didn't you feel terrible driving your daddy to the bootlegger and the whorehouse?" My granddaddy said, "I was 10 years old. I was driving a Cadillac. I would have driven that son of a bitch to hell if he asked me to." And later in her life, my great-grandmother, her name was Neil, but we just called her Gran, and she took to going to funerals. And it didn't matter if she knew the people or not. She'd just dress up all in black and go to church and cry and cry and cry. She'd be the loudest griever there. And people would walk up to her, and they'd put their arms around her, and they'd say, "I'm so sorry for your loss." She loved that. But she always said that the best funeral she ever went to was the general's. And I wrote this song for her. It's called "Box of Spiders." Gran keeps a box of spiders. Says they're on me when I sleep, waiting in the outhouse for me, underneath the seat. Grandmother's about 97, and she is sure when she gets to heaven, old St. Peter's gonna throw his arms around her and say, "I've waited so long for us to meet." She put the general in a box, buried him behind the Stone Point Church of Christ. And I was 3. When the Lord comes to take me, I die with a smile, 'cause he's taking all my pains and fears. Said the general's last words were, "It's hotter than hell in here." box of spiders, or so she told me as a child. And I would hold it in for hours. Took me to die. Took me to die. Took me.
Once the birthday boy, she said, I ain't got all night. What's your mama name you? You can call me what you like. Every skinny mister gotta make it hard somehow. With such a narrow ass down hot shot, I'll solve yours right now. Got a girlfriend, don't you, boy? Nervous hands can't lie. Married men don't ask how much. Single ones ain't buying. One day you got everything, the next day it's all broke. Let Miss Trixie sit up front, let her wipe your nose. Working for the money like you got eight hands flat on your back under a mean old man, just thinking happy thoughts and breathing deep. Between your mama's drive and daddy's bill, it don't take smarts to learn to tune out what hurts more than him. Pretty girls from the smallest town get remembered like storms and droughts that old men talk about for years to come. I guess that's why they give us names. So few old men can say they saw us rain when we were young. Once the birthday boy, she said, I ain't got all night. What's your mama name you? You can call me what you like.
Y'all, this has been great. Thank you so much. This is the last song we got tonight, and this one goes out to our dear friend Craig Liskey. The song's called Grand Canyon. Canyon, and we stood at the expanse, and we watched the rocks change colors, and we watched the shadows dance, and we probably didn't say anything as the sunset turned to night. Let the spirits do the talking, cascades of fading light. We drove across the wastelands, the mountain range of dawn. Let the thunder rumbles echo, the mountain range of dawn. We drove across the wastelands till we finally reached the sea. And I wondered how life so sturdy just one day ceased to be. Never wonder about the things beyond control. Stare into the darkness, I feel the highway roll, feel the highway roll. And we roll on through the darkness till the darkness turns to day. Look our sorrows, pains, and angers, and we turn them into play. There's no time to dwell upon it. This life that we chose made it all worth living. Sorrows that life throws. Recently departed made the sunsets farewell to the ones they left behind. There were technicolor hues to see our sadness through. The sun over Athens said goodbye, say goodbye. Say goodbye. There's a white owl out my window, soft lit and fading light. Watch it soaring through the clouds, watch it hunting through the night. And in my dreams I still can see it, flying through a western sky. And I think about Grand Canyon, and I lift my glass and smile. I lift my glass and smile.
Mike Cooley, Patterson Hood, Brad Morgan, Jay Gonzalez, Matt Patton, the Drive-By Truckers. That latest is on ATO Records. It's called English Oceans, and you heard some tunes from that one. Oh, yeah. These guys are going to be out both in their electric version and also as a kind of a semi-acoustic version. They're going to be out during the spring, so watch if they come to your neighborhood. Well worth going to their concerts always. Our thanks to the Drive-By Truckers. Our thanks to Mary Gauthier, Carlos Nunez, the Barr brothers, Allison Moore, and all the great musicians that they brought with them. Our thanks to you folks here at the Creative Arts Center on the campus of West Virginia University in Morgantown. And of course, as always, special thanks to you listening there on the radio, wherever you are. We could not do this without you. We never forget that. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasilia Skouras. Assistant producer is Joni Deutsch. Production manager is Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, and Patrick Stevens. Our web producer is Josh Saul, with production assistance from Michael Lipton, Joey Ansel, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, and Woogie. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotions coordinated by Michael Lipton, Adam Harris, Josh Saul, and Music in Motion Promotions. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go and hear some live music wherever you are. You've been listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain States of West Virginia. Mama, take this badge off of me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark for me to see. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Everybody. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. 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 Allison Moore gonna sing it.
Mama put my guns in the ground. I can't shoot them anymore. That long black cloud is coming down. Feel like I'm knocking on heaven's door.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Michael Lipton on the guitar. And Tia on the fiddle right here. Carlos Nunez.
getting dark, too dark to see. Feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door.
Bring it down. Let's hear Sarah on the harp. Brad on the guitar. Ryan Kennedy. Bob Thompson on the piano. Patterson Hood gonna sing it.
Mama, put your guns in the ground, 'cause I can't shoot them anymore. The long black cloud is coming down. I feel like I'm knocking on heaven's door.
Play it, Patterson on the guitar.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Patterson Hood on the guitar. Play the organ, Jay. Bring it down. Let Ron play the harp.